And life is a choice. Life is a choice between the things that are here to steal, kill, and destroy that life, or to give you life in abundance. God created us as his children to impart love to. If you are not filled, Filled, with God's love, you will not be able to feel, Feel, that love. And you will by default, Feel, the negative, because we often Fill on the negative, the social media drama, the life drama, the issues. But it's a choice. The worry, all these things we take in, we feed on. Social media feeds. What are we taking in? All we can put out is what we take in. All we can attract is what's inside of us. If you don't love yourself by choice, you default to not loving yourself and depending on somebody else to care for you and being subject to whatever that person deems they're going to do for or not for you. So as you feed and fill up with God's love, let that be your guide. I had a conversation with my father where he was mourning the loss of a friend, and this was one of his last friends. And this guy died about a month ago, and he just learned about it. And the sad reality was 2 o'clock in the morning, this guy who's, well into his 60s, 70s, was medicating on substance abuse and never really got over a heartbreak, and have been medicating for years since. When you don't love yourself and the person who you love breaks your heart, you have nothing to fall on. Because if you don't love yourself, you don't love God. Because if you love God, you love yourself. And with that, if you have someone who decides they want to depart, you still have God in your heart. And his love will invade that space, that void, so you don't have to fill that void with toxic behavior, with substance abuse, with medicating on things that end up hurting you later and creating more pain. At some point, you got to grow up and wake up and see that the enemy comes to steal and kill and destroy your life by any means necessary, by any way in. So you can choose your way out of the pain by going through the temporary pain of healing to be better. When you heal, you may have the scar, but it doesn't hurt anymore. It's closed. It doesn't allow infection in. It doesn't allow blood to bleed out. So in life, if you put God's love on your hurt, it will heal that scar. It will heal until it becomes a scar and just a memory or a testimony of what was. So the healing process is, yes, I need to take time and recognize I am hurt. This hurt me. This hurt me because I had expectation of this, and this, and that didn't work out. And I own my part in it because I did this, and this, and I recognize that hurt them, that pushed them away, I recognize my part. I didn't love myself. I didn't see the signs earlier. I didn't listen to so and so when they said so and such about so and so. They said they wasn't about nothing. I was too stubborn, too prideful, too in my own thoughts, in my own immaturity, in my own ways, that pride caused me to have a humbling fall. And now I am going to speak with, and you ain't got to go to counseling. Sometimes you got somebody mature, older than you, that has been through stuff, that can tell you good stuff because they're living a healthy life. Or you can screen the counselor that you get and deal with something a little better. And I'm saying all this to say, everybody out here counseling ain't healthy enough to give you the right ministry to serve your needs. So it is important to find somebody who can give you information to help you with your situation. Again, we on the healing process. So when you're hurt, there's an open wound that needs to be filled with something that's going to help you heal. So that healing process is, number one, owning your stuff, owning what happened, recognizing it hurt you. Second, let's do something about it. I need to fellowship with God, reading the Bible, reading the scriptures, talking to God, expecting him to respond to you in a way that you will receive, understand, and hear him. Expecting. And then once you get the guidance for what to do next, guarding your heart from doing the same dumb stuff that you did the first time, and recognizing that you do things to love yourself. Again, spending time with God, serving other people that are not using and abusing you, recognizing the signs of things that are for you. The signs of things that are for you, it doesn't cost you so much where it irritates you. So all I can say is, I'm finna tag. Nah, you gotta say something because you just said a whole little mouthful that's while we started this.
So, going back to what our purpose is in life, what our reason for living, is to serve God. Whether that's being in someone's life, whether that's planting a seed, whether that's helping in the church in some way, form, or fashion. We're just here to serve God. Our purpose is to be his vessels on earth to ensure that the souls that are on earth make it to heaven. And I realized that because of my own struggle of just, why are we here? Why are we living? Like, what's the purpose? What's the need? But it's because God has a reason for us to be here, and we have to understand what that is. And when doing so, we have to be sober. We have to be mindful. We have to have a clear head and a clear heart. Well, God in our heart. In order to do what needs to be done. And yes, we do have, us being on this earth, we do run into obstacles that hurt us or make us feel some kind of way. And yes, we may run into people that bring us to a darker side, or shows us or teaches us about things other than what God has us to do, or that is or is not of God. And so with that being stated, sometimes we go down these rabbit holes, which leads us to getting into toxic behaviors and filling those voids in our life with vices, which then just takes us off track. That going back to steal, killing, and destroying. And so we have to be mindful of those things that we may be exposed to, so that we don't become a part of that and we don't lose ourselves. So yeah, going back to, again, remembering what our purpose is, what our purpose is of living, what has God assigned us to, so that we may live a fulfilled, happy life and go out peaceful.
And you don't have to just serve in the church. You can serve in a homeless facility. You can serve in a space that's where people need help, a school, wherever you can feel the void of association with people and helping somebody whose situation may not be as good as your situation. So the key thing is helping somebody else to get out your own head. And with all this being said, I pray that you heal and choose life, because by default we can always choose the alternative, which is not the best, and which can be oftentimes a negative. So here we go, signing off. Me and my oldest. Y'all have a good day. By Jesus Stripes.